Welcome to the True North Racing Podcast, your go-to show for all things racing from coast to coast. We're here to chat with your favorite racers and bring you the latest from the world of short track racing. Hosted by John Morrison and Brandon Feeney. Get ready for fast cars, big personalities, and all the racing action you can handle. Ready? Green, green, green.
What is up, everybody? We are back on the True North Racing Podcast, presented by Driving with Hailey. I'm John Morrison, being joined right now by an audio-only Brandon Feeney. Brandon, how was your weekend, buddy?
It was pretty busy up at Peterborough Speedway taking photos. Great class of super lates, late models, trucks, mini stocks, and junior lates. So I actually made a joke. I'm like, this is the first time I've seen juniors, pros, and super lates all at the same track at the same time.
Oh, wow. And then did they put on a good race at least?
Oh, it was honestly like I'm not a huge fan of junior late model racing. But the show that the 38 and the 10 put on, going 3 to 4 wide through lap traffic, being nose to tail, and whoever got through traffic and it was Sellers winning that race is probably one of the better races I've seen this year. Not even just junior late model races, like better races.
Yeah.
That Sellers kid in the 38 car, if he keeps that talent of going through lap traffic that cleanly, he's going to move up places.
Oh, yeah. It's always good being able to see the next generation start doing, like, kind of doing well and really improving.
Yeah, and like I said, it was just one of those things that like you don't expect a kid that young to have that much knowledge and car control and awareness to be that good.
Yeah.
And then the late model show, the pro late models at Peterborough was an awesome race. Then we had halfway through, we switched it to a dirt track, and we ran dirt track race for the second half because there was probably about 2 laps of speedy dry down all the way around the track. But like some aggressively clean racing out of the top 6, 7 drivers.
Yeah.
I wasn't sure who was winning that race until probably about 3 to go.
Really, eh?
They were 2, 3 wide, 3 rows deep. It was Kimball, Mercer, McCaddy, Balson, Tana, and then and Powell were all stacked like one on top of each other.
Really?
Like it was a great race. If you guys want to go watch what I'm talking about, Stronco's got the video up. Yeah. Actually, Pedal Power was there too.
Pedal Power made the trip out, eh?
Yeah, we had all the like people recording
Man,
at
you got all the good stuff.
Yeah.
We had Friday we were at Delaware Speedway hanging out with Jennifer Hatch. Always love hanging out with Jen. She's
And our boy Cam K was there.
And our boy Cam K. Yeah, he piggybacked with us down. Man, that made for a long night though. Whew. I got home so Jacqueline had to work Saturday at 8 a.m. Luckily, the rain came early enough, so we were able to get out of there. The problem with that, though, is that
everyone got out of there.
Everyone got out of there. So Jacqueline we started driving home. Of course, we had to stop off at the Flying J in London there. I had to pick up my go-go juice and my go-go snack. For anyone who doesn't know, way back when I was crewing for David Elliott, we coming back from Delaware on Friday nights, because it felt like a 4-hour trip coming home. It never was, but it felt like it. And I was involved in an accident when I was asleep as a kid while driving home from Ohio one weekend. And like my brother, my sister, and myself, my mom, we were all involved in an accident where we spun. I woke up mid spin though. So ever since then, I've always had a huge fear of falling asleep in cars. So because of that, I don't like the idea of falling asleep. I don't like, especially in a moving car. So what I do is I usually grab a Dr. Pepper and some sour cherry blasters, and that usually keeps me wired for a little while. Needless to say, I got a liter of regular sugar Dr. Pepper, and I got a bag of sour cherry blasters. Surprisingly, everything made it home, but the funny part was is those uh I didn't go to sleep for another 2 hours once I got home
Well, because you're wired from having
because
a
I
liter
was
of Dr.
wired. Yeah,
Pepper.
and it's been a while since I actually had full sugar Dr. Pepper as well. And but so I had to come back to Brampton, drop Jacqueline off, go out to Scarborough, drop Cam off, then drive back to Brampton. So I got 4 or 5 hours of sleep Friday night. Saturday went to Flamborough, hung out with JTM Racing's J Pepin and Maddox Pepin. Um, man, great racing alongside the Dayco Super Stocks, the Pro Late models. It was a good night of racing there as well. Green to checker for the late models, fantastic. I was hoping to go up like I was hoping that their second feature was like before kind of everything, so then I could have walked over and actually sat in the grandstands and be a spectator. And unfortunately, I wasn't able to because by the time I got done recording everything, because Maddox got involved in an accident in the second feature. By the time I got all my outro videos done and all that stuff, I had walked over there and they were already at lap 80. They're like, someone's like, how, what? I'm like, guys, if they're just going and they're not wrecking, it's a quick race. The race was 26 minutes long to run 100 laps.
What? Especially if they're like nose to tail, where they're actually just logging laps.
That's all. When I got up there, that's all they were doing at that point. Like I think Kyle Steckley had like up to fifth place laps. Um, Glenn Stires looked actually pretty good out there yesterday, from what I was able to see. There were some cars who were the battle for second was really good actually. Um, oh my God, who was it? It was the 52 of Jake Sheridan. Damn it, who was the other one? Anyone who knows me knows that this bugs me the hell out of me when I know who it would be or who it is. Oh, and Connor Pritico. Connor was second when I got there, and Jake was third. And then Josh Dottie was a little bit back from that. But Jake was able to get around there um and actually get up there. Like some decent cars. Kyle went up to lapped all the way up to eighth when the checker flag flew. And for 16 cars was pretty good. CVMs had 17. Great showing for them. Um I miss seeing the CVMs race. Like they put on such a great show. Jay was able to hold on to a third and a fifth. Maddox did a fifth, and I think I saw Cam post that he finished 11th yesterday. But man, it was good. It was a great day, long day out in the sun. Uh, and today I've just been editing videos.
Yeah, long day out in the sun. I feel that freaking. It was like
It was
until race time,
disgusting.
we had a breeze until race time,
Yeah,
and then it was just disgustingly like 35 degrees,
yeah,
and then it cooled down and the bugs came out.
right. Like that's usually what happens.
Yeah. Well, especially at Peterborough, like they are out for nasty business these last few weeks.
Yeah.
So
Oh, even last day, there's a few bugs that actually stayed in the van with me on the way home. And there was
there's
one just like flirting like in front of me, like I couldn't get it out of my view.
yeah, it's just far enough that you can't reach it, but just annoying enough you could still see it.
Yeah. It was a little frustrating on that part. Um I'm looking forward to the next weekend though, because it's technically an off weekend for me. I'm calling it an off weekend. Uh
Next weekend or this weekend?
like this coming weekend.
You had something booked originally.
Nope. I never
Yep.
had any racing booked.
You had something booked because you said you had something before the week that I was running.
Yeah, and you're not allowed to know what it is, okay? There's only a handful of people, and then none of them listen to the show know why next weekend is booked off. Um, all I but I'm looking forward to. I got a day. We got a day planned for my entire family to go. We're going to Penetang, uh, to Discovery Harbor. They got I think it's that one. They have like pirate ships. If I remember correctly, there's actually a hull of a boat that had come across from England, I believe. And they have the original hull is there, and they have it's sealed, which is HMS Tecumseh, and it's in a climate controlled museum, and it's reopening actually in May of this year. So I'm looking forward to it, to check, like, to see what all that they have there. And of course, then we're going to go over to the Marty Shrine, which is a church. It's in Midland. Apparently, it's beautiful, so we're going to go check that out. And then because of going to there, you can actually get free entry into. I keep screwing this up. Uh, of what the place is called across the street, but it's of the Grand Huron. That's what I remember. But right across the street is the Saint Marie among the Hurons. And if you go to the Martyr Shrine, you get free entry into the Saint Marie among the Hurons if you use the same day. And it's a village from the early 1600s. So me being the history person I am, I'm going to enjoy the day. It's going to be a good time. And then we're supposed to go to Sunset and go watch racing next Saturday. That's the game plan. But if it was as hot as it was, if it was as hot as it was yesterday, next Saturday, guaranteed we're just gonna do those three things and then we're gonna go home.
Yeah, sit in the AC and enjoy life. Turn on track tune.
So, that's probably what I'd end up doing is just go home, sit in the backyard, and just watch or just listen to some racing. But honestly, like if we can get to Sunset next weekend, it'd be great. We doing what I do, I don't necessarily get to just sit and enjoy a lot of racing. And I'll be honest, that's usually okay with me because I I think I spent one season just watching racing in the grandstands, and then after that, um, I was in the pits, so never really watched racing after that, except for whoever I was there with. So it'd be nice. It's nice to actually, and I don't think I've only sat down with my kids two race weekends, and that even the one time wasn't even a full race weekend. Three times, two of them weren't even full race weekends. Like I would go sit up with them during the late model race at Sauble last year. But the only time that I've actually sat with them and watched racing for an entire event was Oswego in 2019. So it's been a while, needless to say. But yeah, like that's kind of what I'm thinking with that. Um, we'll see what happens, but we'll talk more about that after. We got a great guest lined up for you guys this week on the True North Racing Podcast. Oh, before we continue on, actually, I do want to say a big congratulations to Randy Collins for picking up the custom Jomo Media cornhole boards. Um, Man, I love them. I hated to see them go, but the good news is I have a second set. I'm waiting to get wrapped. They're going to go back to Darren. I'm going to ask for a little bit of a design change, a little bit, but we're going to get my own custom boards done, and that I'm going to have to bring to events, to race events, stuff like that. Um, let people have a chance to just throw a cornhole bag around. Just who knows? Maybe you get it in the hole. We give you a small checker flag signed by a driver. Ooh, that's actually a good idea. Man, look at that. We're thinking of ideas right here on the
I,
show.
I know, but you need to rephrase that.
I don't get the bag in the hole.
No,
I'm
that's
talking to
not.
what do I need to rephrase?
All you said was, "You get it in the hole, you'll get a flag from the driver."
You need to get the cornhole bag into
I feel like you're gonna do that. It's not just the bag in the hole. Freaking, you gotta do like, all right, you play Jomo or you play like Nathaniel Greenway, and then you get the flag from them.
but the only thing is that we can't always have like that kind of deal where the driver's there with it. Like if we could set up something at like Sobble or Sunset or Peterborough, because those are the best fan engagement tracks where drivers can come over. Yeah, if we could schedule something in there where, you know, a driver comes over, you play against him for 2 minutes. Whoever gets the most cornhole bags into the board. Um, but like I think that might be the best thing to help with fan engagement as well. And then like, yeah, you get a little checker flag, um, and it's signed by a driver kind of thing. I still think that's a great idea though.
Oh, it's a great idea, and I think you'll start having tracks get behind it too because like there's not the fan engagement from the drivers that there used to be. It used to be like when I first started, you'd finish your race, you'd leave your suit on, you'd go across into the pits, or not in the pits, into the
Over the
regular stands,
grandstands and
go
just
say hi.
go find a spot and just sit and they'll come to you.
Oh, it was great because when I first started racing, we had Fat Mike up and turn four, and like you just go over there, still sit with him, have a couple balls of Coke, and he'd have sandwiches and all this other stuff like pre-made, and
Yeah.
like that's how
Like
that legend started.
like that's it's not always we can't always rely on the tracks to promote or the teams to promote. Sometimes it's up to people like ourselves who need to, I'd say not say kick them in the pants a little bit, but like show them, not necessarily show them either, but like I'd love to take, like I still want to get a tent for next year. I think that's in the works for next year. Is we're gonna have a 10 by 20 tent, and at some of the events that we're going to go to, we may just go show up and we may just be standing, back in the grandstands area and just have the cornhole bags there, but have maybe a table set up for drivers to purposely come over and sign some autographs for a little bit.
Yeah, maybe it's like a driver's merch stuff on the back where you can have like a
Drivers merch, yeah. Cause like,
you come over and sign stuff on the thing, you have your merch on the backboard.
yeah, bring some stuff over. Let us know what you have. Give us a sample so we can set it on the table, and then or have a merch board or something like that. Again, this is something that I'm gonna be focusing on over the off season. Because next year, man, there's so many things that I'm gearing
If
up for behind the scenes. It's unreal.
if we had money for all the ideas we've ever had,
we
we'd
just
still need more.
we just need a millionaire to help us out here. That's all I'm saying.
We need more than that.
No, at least a millionaire. I think we'll be good
At,
then.
at least. Because the
Anyways,
thing is, once we got the ideas going, we need like a warehouse to like basically run the
yeah,
ideas.
yeah. But so yeah, I'm looking forward to another set of cornhole boards being designed and wrapped by Darren from DJD Gear and Graphics there. Huge support of the show. We appreciate him. Uh, but yeah, but we're going to get into our DJD Gear guest segment presented by DJD Graphics here in just a second, right after we bring you this week's Driving with Hailey Vehicle Spotlight. It's time to elevate your drive. Introducing the 2023 Buick Envision Avenir, brought to you by Driving with Hailey. Under the hood, you got a punchy 2-liter turbocharged engine paired with a smooth 9-speed automatic transmission and intelligent all-wheel drive. This isn't just luxury, it's performance with purpose. Slide inside and you're greeted by a 10-inch touchscreen with built-in navigation, voice recognition, wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, plus Bluetooth streaming and in-vehicle apps, all powered by Buick's cutting-edge system. Need more tech? You've got it. OnStar with 4G LTE Wi-Fi, a head-up display, Sirius XM radio, remote start, wireless charging, and even a universal home remote. Comfort? Say less. We're talking leather appointed seats, heated front and rear seating, dual zone climate control, memory seating, and an ultra quiet cabin thanks to Buick Quiet Tuning with active noise cancellation. And for the audiophiles, a crystal clear Bose 9-speed premium sound system. Safety covered. Adaptive cruise control, enhanced automatic emergency braking, surround vision, safety alert seat, and teen driving tech. All a part of the Envision Driver Confidence Plus package. An hands-free liftgate with logo projection, 20-inch Avenir wheels, and a sleek luxury first design. And yes, this isn't just a ride, it's a statement. Not quite your style? That's okay. Hailey Hill will find exactly what you're looking for. You can call her today at 289-808-2828 or email her at hhill@bayking.ca. And don't forget to follow Driving with Hailey on Facebook and Instagram. Your next ride starts right there. Well, we're back finally with our DJD Gear guest segment presented by DGD Graphics. We're here with Emma Norris. Emma, how are you?
I'm very good. How are you doing?
I'm doing well, thank you. You did not race this weekend, but you were spectating over at Flamborough Speedway. How was your weekend? How did you enjoy the races last night?
It was good. It was actually really nice just to kind of sit back and watch for a night. I don't really get to do that. I'm always running around working on cars or helping somebody out. So it was really nice to just kind of sit back and do what I love, which is just watching racing.
You know what? And sometimes we need that. We need to.
Yeah.
I always say we need to fall back in love with motorsports.
Yeah, definitely.
There's sometimes where either incidents we get involved in or stuff like that. We just we're gonna bring Feeney back in actually here.
Yeah.
That there's sometimes where we just need that to fall back in love and
Yeah.
watch the motorsports. But anyways, how has your season going on so far?
My season's been going pretty well. Obviously, the last two races, I've been able to come out pretty victorious. I have two feature wins right now. This is definitely my most consistent season that I've had. I've had a lot of really good finishes. Um, Obviously, a couple top fives. I've won a couple, but I haven't been involved in too many big wrecks this year, knock on wood. But no, it's going really well so far.
And that's exactly what we're hoping for, right? Is nothing, no big wrecks, no nothing like that. You picked up a feature win at Sauble, and you had a hell of a lead last Saturday at Flamborough
Yeah.
to secure another feature win. Now that we're going to take it all the way back here because we got to know a little bit more about who you are.
Yeah.
So let's talk about a little Emma. That I don't know how old you were, but how old were you when you first went to the racetrack?
I was probably about 4 or 5 months old. So my dad, he's been racing everything since he was a kid. I mean, he started racing competitively in 1988, doing motocross and supercross and stuff. But he started Pro Challenge in the early 2000s, and I think the year he started was 2002 with my brother. It could have been earlier. But right away, as soon as I was born, I was going to the track with my mom. I remember back when there were some, like you couldn't go in, kids weren't allowed in some of the tracks, so I'd be up spectating, watching him, but ever since I was born, pretty much.
So when you got to the track, what was like your first instinct of you wanted to jump in behind the wheel?
I never actually wanted to get into racing until 2020. Was it 2020, 2019, actually? I never really had, I guess you'd say, the call for it or something. I never really, it always scared me. I always watched my dad. Like, I watched him get in some really, really nasty wrecks over the years, and it scared me. And then once my brother started doing it, I was always just so scared. But I think it was back in 2019. It was the year before I started racing. My brother took about a bunch of his buddies in his car or my dad's car, I can't remember what one, and he would just put a passenger seat in it and took them out for a couple laps around Flamborough. and I was the test dummy, and I got out of that car and I was like, I want to do this. So we luckily had another car at my house that we just fitted me for, and I was racing by that fall. So
Holy.
yeah.
Um, so obviously not having the quote unquote calling that some people, growing up, they're like, man, I want to race. I want to race. What did it feel like once you finally got behind the wheel and it was driving? Like, what did that feel like for you?
It was honestly, it's an adrenaline rush, and it's so fun because I've watched it for years and years and years on the outside, and I've watched my dad's in-car videos and everybody else's in-car videos, and it doesn't even do it justice. You just feel so safe and secure, and it's just every little movement, you just have to know exactly what you're doing, and it's so fun. I don't even know how to explain it.
So was that all? Obviously, you rode passenger with your brother there. Is there like going to be a chance where you move into a bigger car and you take him for a ride soon, or?
For me, probably not. I'm pretty happy racing where I am. I definitely don't have the skill level to advance up to anything big as of yet, maybe in the next couple of years, but if it's going to be anybody going on, it's probably going to be him. So,
Now, let's talk a little bit about these pro challenge. We had your brother on earlier this year. Um, I have been a huge fan of the pro challenge for years. Like I remember I think that one of the first ones I ever went to Flamborough to watch racing, the pro challenge were on the card. And I always say this because I think it's funny looking back at it now, is at my high school in Guelph, there was actually a hero card of your dad hanging in our guidance office. I
that's
don't
awesome.
remember what the sponsor was on it, but all I remember is every time I went to the guidance office, I'm leaving, there's this hero card sitting on the like taped to the glass. And I'm like, man, that's funny. And then I see it's one of those things that I always start recognizing and I see I'm like, oh, wait a minute. I seen that guy's hero card before. The Pro Challenge have always, they're three-quarter size cup cars, fiberglass bodies, correct?
Yes, fiberglass, yeah.
That's expensive. Uh,
Very, very.
um, but these things are not powered by, some divisions have four cylinders, some divisions have different motors. It is powered by what exactly? It's a
It's
1200 cc, right?
1100.
1100. Okay, sorry.
Yeah. Yeah, so it's Kawasaki ZX-11 motorcycle engine.
And those things just get up and go.
They are wicked fast. They are very fast, yes.
The one thing I
So
do
I
want to,
know.
oh, sorry, Finny, go.
Oh, I was gonna say I know with the legend cars using a motorcycle engine and stuff like that. Sometimes the engines can be hard to come by. Do you guys have that same issue with your class?
They're getting harder to find, especially because ours, like they were made in the 90s. So a lot of the bikes that they have that are out there, they're a lot older. Sometimes we run into the issue where we'll go look at one and it doesn't run, it doesn't turn over, won't do anything. So it's kind of hard to take those ones because it may be good, but there's no way to test it, and there's no sense spending so much money on something on a what if. But you can still find really, really good bike motors out there, and the good thing is you can buy the bike and then strip it for parts and sell it, so you can kind of make a little bit back. So,
Yeah, I guess that's the only, I'd say, downfall of it is,
yeah.
with motors like that, sometimes they get harder to come by. Um, Now you guys do a little bit of traveling, and you guys travel to tracks like Full Throttle Motor Speedway, Sauble. I've seen you guys race at Delaware. I came across a picture of you guys running Sunset before.
Yeah.
I think you only run Full Throttle and Sauble, correct?
Yeah, those are the only two faraway ones I've done.
Yeah. What's it like going to, your home track, I'd say, is Flamborough, but being able to go travel to Full Throttle into Sauble, what is that like for you? Is it different? Is it a lot more fun to be able to travel a little bit? It feels like a little bit of weight lifted. Like, what's it like?
Yeah, it's a lot of fun because you go and you experience different things. It's different people who you're working with. I do a lot of the paperwork and behind the scenes stuff for the series, so lineups and everything like that. So I'm back and forth between all the towers at every track. I'm making sure that they have all the information, that we have all the information. And it's fun getting to meet all those people and see what goes on behind the scenes at all the different tracks. Um, it's different because last year we went to Sobel for the first time, or yeah, it was last year.
Yep.
And I'd never been there before. And with me working at Flamborough for the past 8 years, I never really got to go there and watch my family race. So I went into it not expecting, not knowing anything about it. Didn't know what, I didn't even really remember what the track looked like. Didn't even know how to get around it. Didn't really know where you get on, where you get off. I just couldn't remember anything. But it's really cool showing up to new places because it's a different driving experience. You have to relearn a brand new track every time you go there. Especially like these past couple weeks, we went from Sauble to Full Throttle back to Flamborough. Now we're back to Sauble. It's four tracks all back to back that are all completely different.
And that's the good part about it, right? Is that it does give you such a um different feeling, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, and there's any tracks you want to add to the schedule like in the next coming years? Because I know the Pro Challenge used to travel to like Peterborough and Sunset so, like years prior.
Yeah, I've always wanted to go back to Sunset Peterborough. Those were always I know that I would get around Sunset really, really well. I've watched their racing there forever, and it's one of my favorite tracks. I've always wanted to go there and try it. Fortunately, it's just so hard to get us in the schedule because we only do 9 races. We try to do it every 2 weeks just so that everybody can, have some time with their family, take vacations, and if there's any big wrecks, give everyone lots of time to get their cars back together. But I definitely want to go to those two tracks.
Yeah, Sunset. I like I said, I saw a photo recently of the Pro Challenge racing at Sunset, and it kind of brought me back to like me and Cam K were talking about it. He goes, "What do you mean the Pro Challenge raced at Sunset?" I'm like, "Yeah, they did." And go look at the at pit road there, see who's on the pits there." And he goes, "I never would have guessed they were an undercard." I'm like,
Yeah.
"Dude, I'm like the Pro Challenge were huge."
We back in the day,
Like,
we were a really big series. Yeah.
oh my God, you guys, correct me if I'm wrong. I can remember times I felt like you guys when the series would come to Flamborough, I'd say 15 years 12-ish years ago, that you guys the series would bring 20 plus cars.
Oh yeah.
And it was always such good racing. And that's one of the things why I liked about it is that one, they were a step up from like a junior late model, but like they were fast, first of all. But then the bodies mimicked the Cup series or the like the Gen 4 models for the most part, up until recently, it feels like. But the racing was so competitive because it is a spec series class, so it leaves it up to the driver ability and the setup to get the car to the front. You
Yeah.
can get there, just got to remove the egg sometimes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now, oh, sorry, go ahead.
No, I no, back in the day there was a lot of cars and it was a very respectable series. It still is. That's where majority of the car camp came from was not a lot of people were wrecking their cars, and if they were, they had a bunch of people helping them out, getting it back together. So, yeah.
Got anything out there, Feeney?
Yeah, I was just gonna say because I remember when I first got into racing, the Pro Challenge was one of the biggest tours in Ontario because we didn't have the APC series. You had the Dayco Super Stocks. Car kind of just phased out at that time, so none of the local tracks were being hit. So when the Pro Challenge came to town, it was basically like half the drivers. Like that's back when I think the Batty brothers were driving it.
Yeah.
I think you had what's the guy's name of the two that drove OSS for a while? He was in it for a while, wasn't he?
From the number 2 car?
Yeah. He
Oh,
was it Shepard?
Todd
Oh,
Shepard.
yeah, he was in the OSS. or not OSS, Sportsman, I think, for a while.
Possibly. I know Patrick Friel used to run it back in the day as
Yep.
well. Remember him? Yeah. There's a bunch of names from back then that I don't really remember. I was either so young or I wasn't a part of it. So,
Now,
yeah.
what I do want to get into here is talking about you being involved with your family in racing, because it's not just you and your brother, it's you, your brother, your dad, uh, racing against each other 9 weeks a year. You've been doing this now for a few years. Obviously, what was it like at first being able to? It's a family affair. What was it like racing against your family at the beginning of this, and how has it evolved to now?
At the beginning, it was, I wouldn't say difficult, but it was definitely more challenging. Obviously, with them kind of having natural talent for it, my dad being as good as he is and my brother being as good as he is, they expected a lot from me. And at the start, it was kind of hard to live up to those standards. I didn't really know how to complete line to drive, really how to control my car the way that I wanted it to. Um, Also having conflicting driving styles and how we like the car setup. I'm completely opposite from what they are. So it was definitely a challenge, and there was a lot of arguments and a lot of fights over it. Um, but on
Shocker.
track it was, yeah, but on track it was always respectful. They were always cheering me on every time they won. When I was getting better, when I had my first top five, my first top three, like it always they always had my back no matter what. They would always help me even if they were mad at me. I always had them at me at my side.
And that's the good part when you got family helping you on the backside, right?
Yeah, it's still the same today. I mean, they always help me out. I mean, I'm working afternoons now, so I'm on a different rotation and I'm not home all the time and at the same time as them. So they help me get my car done for some of the bigger stuff, any big cosmetic stuff. They help me out, and it's honestly, I probably wouldn't be able to do it without them. So
So you said that your driving style was completely backwards to your dad and your brother. When you finally got your first win, you'd be like, "Ha! I told you my way would work."
yes, actually, it's funny that you mentioned that because my first win, I don't remember who was there with us, but they have a different tire compound than we do. They run a completely different tire, and it doesn't go well with our tires. It makes the track tighten up so much and makes our cars so tight, which is perfect because I love a tight race car. It's one of the only things I can drive. I can't drive when it's super loose, which is the opposite of my dad and brother. They love it. So that's how I was gaining on my dad and how I won that race so well. It was because I was so comfortable. I knew exactly what I was doing. I knew exactly what the car was doing, and it did not help for them. But I walked right up to them. I think they went to victory lane with me, and I just walked right up. And I think I did actually point in my brother's face and say, "Ha, I beat you. Finally did it."
As you should have.
Yes. Yeah.
Now that because that's the one thing you got. I feel like you got to do. You're gonna have ups and downs when you're racing against family. I've seen it numerous times from different drivers, and sometimes it's fun to race with your family, but until it goes south. But when you're able to kind of walk up to him and go, "Ha, I told you my way worked,"
Yep.
to me it makes it all better, and you guys are able to laugh about it, right?
Yeah.
Um, Obviously this year, 2 wins. You guys are 5 races into your 9 race series. 9 race series this year. Um, what has been your favorite race this year to date?
Ooh, that's a tough one because obviously, I like the ones where I won. What is going on with the sun right now? But obviously, I like the races that I won. They were a lot of fun. But all of the races where we're all in a big bunch and there's actual racing going on, it's my favorite. When we're all back and forth from position to position, when we're all neck and neck, and the race is so close, those are my favorites. Honest, and I like the ones at Sobel. That was probably I think it was the second feature at Sobel this year, and I got caught up on the start, and I went like basically to dead last, and I think I finished fourth or fifth. But I drove so hard, and I was picking people off and catching people and catching people. I think I was one of the fastest people that day too. So I was beating all the goals that I set for myself for that day, and it was one of my favorite races for sure.
I think you may have finished fourth because I know Tenley was the one who got, what race was that? Was that June? No.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
yeah,
think
it
it
was.
was fourth because I was picking up Jay Lindy for the third. If we had 5 more laps, I would have finished third.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, you finished fourth because Tenley scored her pair of top fives there.
Yeah. Yes, right. Yeah.
Yeah, second feature you finished second, and then first feature you finished fourth.
Might have been the first feature then, but one
Yeah.
of them.
Race monitor lies to us, so so
Yeah.
let's be real, we're not 100% sure.
Yeah.
Um, I, with 4 races left, you go to Sauble, and then the rest of your races you're at Flamborough this year. You know it. What are you looking forward to? And you can't say August 23rd now.
No, I'm looking forward to go back to Sauble. I really, really want to pick up a win there. I'm really confident in my driving ability there. It's one of my most favorite tracks. It's so fun to get around and so hard at the same time. Um, I'm also definitely looking forward for the last race of the year. I know everyone as always doesn't want it to end, but it's always one of the better races because everybody's going out there, they're driving as hard as they can and as best as they can to try and get those last points on everybody. And for me, it's one of the most competitive, most fun races. So,
Yeah, those last races of the year, I find they either go two ways. You're stressed out because you're fighting for the championship and you want nothing to go wrong, or you have nothing to lose by giving it everything you got and try to make up spots in the standings.
yeah. Yeah, it's a lot of fun, especially with ours where our points are always so close. They're within like a couple points each. For majority of like through the standings, they're always within a couple points of each other.
Especially with always running the double features, everything keeps it nice and close.
Yeah, it does.
Um, so we talked yesterday at Flamborough, and you like the idea of being mic'd up, and so I know for sure, like I'm planning to come down August 23rd. So for one of the practices, we are gonna mic you up. Um, I we'll see what happens, and if there's enough time between um like the OSS and the Pro Challenge, we'll even hook you up for one of the features as well.
That'd be a lot of fun. I know I'm a lot more vocal for the features, so it'd be a lot of fun.
uh Unfortunately, I listened to some of Tenley's or Maddox's stuff yesterday. You
Mhm.
don't hear them.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Or no, I didn't have them. No, I didn't have it in yesterday. Even the audio in general, you don't hear it unless you have a microphone.
Oh,
Unless you actually like have it like up on like
like
your chin
tucked in.
strap or like inside the helmet.
Yeah.
Um, we'll figure it out so we can get some good content from you
Yeah,
for
definitely.
for one of the features.
Yeah.
Um, Obviously with okay, now this is one thing I gotta know because I've been getting conflicting uh answers on this one. I've always said Sauble is really flat and that it's flatter than Flamborough. What do you think?
I think that it is flatter than Flamborough. Um, Turn 3 and 4 is more like Flamborough in a sense that you can drive it in pretty hard, but 1 and 2, you have to back that corner off quite a bit. So it's in a way it is like Flamborough for like half of it. Like half the track is like Flamborough, but
Yeah.
it's definitely flatter altogether, I would say.
Yeah, it definitely looks like it.
Yeah.
1 and 2 at Sauble is kind of like 3 and 4 full throttle, but they forgot to put the banking in it.
Exactly. Actually, that's the best way I've heard anybody describe that. Yeah.
1 and 2 is like full throttle without the banking.
Yeah.
I
It's the
like that.
same shape around the ends where you got to let off and like drive out of the corner down the straightaway,
Yeah.
but there's just no banking to catch you do it.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay.
Mhm.
Um, Now with this year, obviously you don't really have the field to kind of move up. You're happy with competing with the Pro Challenge.
Mhm.
So why don't we get you a little on the spot here and promote the Pro Challenge and why someone should come race with you guys?
So our series is we have a lot of respectful drivers. I had a conversation with Cam about this, and I didn't really touch on this, but our series is very, very respectful. We're rule followers. We penalize when it's needed. The other thing is we always do our own tech. We don't have any, we have officials for it, but every driver who makes it to tech, they tech everyone else's car. So it's always fair. It's not always the same people teching everyone's cars. It's not the same people looking over everything. Um, and I mean, it's a respect thing. Like on track, we have I would say from watching a lot of racing this year, we're probably some of the one of the most respectful series out there. We don't drive each other. Sometimes we'll get a little rough, but I mean, that's anywhere you go. But on track, off track, we're all pretty well friends. We're all respectful to each other. The cars are super fast and they're really fun. They handle so well, and you can do pretty much whatever you want to them. Like, obviously, they're spec series, but handling wise, I mean, like handling, you can make really, really fast movements with your hands, and the car won't spin out with you or do anything. But yeah.
Now, I know there's been some recent rookies who have been coming into the series. Uh, I I would say Tenley, but now she's in year three. It's hard to believe she's in year three. But we have Colton Clark coming in this year, and what do you think? And for rookies who are coming into the series, like what's the biggest advice that you can give them to help them start, not necessarily start contending for top fives and for wins, but at least get uh, a kick in the butt so that they see the improvement a lot quicker, and then they're by halfway through the year they're competing for top fives.
Take your time, learn the car, and practice, practice, practice. When I first started, I was not, that's the first car I ever drove. I had just freshly gotten my license and was driving a truck on the road. But I was at the track every single Tuesday for hours, doing, I don't know, probably anywhere between 50 to 80 laps every week. And I wasn't even racing at that point in time. I was just practicing. But you have to put in the work in order to see results. So you have to practice, you have to know how far you can send it in, you have to learn how to arc the corners. You really just have to know how to drive the car and feel for it. And a lot of rookies who come up into our series with being such fast cars, you're going to get lapped. And that's not a bad thing. You just need to take the time and take the time to improve, because you will see results the more comfortable that you get with your car.
So on the other side of the spectrum, if you have, say, experienced drivers that say they want to move to Pro Challenge, because I feel like they'd be a cheaper car to tour with than, say, like a super stock or a late model or something like that.
Definitely, yeah.
Is there a way that somebody could like get their feet wet before fully committing into a car? Like, is there any rental rides available like in the series?
I know that there are some cars kicking around. I don't really know who else is like doing rentals. But you could probably talk to some people who have spare cars if they wanted to try it for a race and say, hey, we're really looking into getting something a little bit more cheaper. We're looking into doing this, getting away from certain series. But you kind of just have to find the right people who will basically just let rent out the cars to you. But yeah, there's cars out there that will be able to do that.
Now, where can people find, even if they just were like, yeah, we're going to go Pro Challenge Racing, where can they find these cars to go racing, or how can they acquire one?
So the easiest thing to do would be to reach out to the owners of the series, that being Brian Stavanis, Tim Norris, and Peter Hatton. They still know a bunch of the guys from way back in the day who have some of their old cars. Some of them are up for sale, and there have been a couple people reaching out to our family saying, "Hey, we have these cars, we want to get rid of them." They come with a bunch of old rims and tires, a bunch of parts and pieces. Like, do you have anybody interested? So there are a bunch of cars available. They're not posted online like you would find like bone stocks, mini stocks, and super
Yeah.
stocks. But definitely just be to reach out right to the series on Instagram, Facebook, anything really, and just say, hey, I'm interested in getting a car. Do you know of any available? And we can shoot you names, numbers, everything. So
Well, you may need to start sending me some names and numbers because the more I talk about the Pro Challenge, the more I want to drive one. I've always, like I said, it's a series I've loved. I like the idea of them. They're fast, quick cars. Like we've said that numerous times, and you all get to travel just enough to be like to get your feet wet elsewhere, and then but also you have such a relaxed schedule where on your off weekends you don't need to go to the racetrack if you don't want to. You can go, you can go to a zoo one weekend.
Yeah.
You can go do whatever. You can spend quality family time
Yeah.
and still and enjoy a summer still, and you're not always worrying about being at the racetrack. So like I said, I've always loved the Pro Challenge, and it forces you to travel just a little bit. Um, and like I said, it's a good series, good racing all the way around. I love it, and I love what you guys have been doing to help bring in new people as well. I think it's good too. Um, but I think we're going to move over to another segment we got, which is our Tailor to You Media and Design fan question period. Where earlier today we announced that you were coming on to the show, and we got a boatload of questions for you. You were popular, which is good. That's what we like to see is our guests being popular on here. Are you ready to answer some of the questions?
I think so, yeah.
All right. First up, we are gonna go to Instagram. Jim Radix
Oh
goes,
no.
um, who is the greatest teacher that you ever had in your life, and what did Jim Radix teach you?
Well, yeah, that would be Jim Radix is 100% my favorite teacher. He taught me a lot. He was my high school shop teacher, and he actually was a very big influence for the career path that I chose, which was becoming a millwright. That is one of his chosen trades. And he taught me so much. He always helped me and my brother out, making like parts for our race cars, parts and pieces for the series, doing like fabrication work. He's actually the one who taught me how to weld, taught me how to run a lathe and a mill, and taught me basically everything that I know.
That's awesome. And it's good when you got teachers like that who also want to see you guys do better, right?
Yeah.
I love it. That's awesome. Mike Norris. Have
Yep.
you seen any of these questions yet or no?
I've seen a couple of them,
Okay.
but not all of them.
What is your favorite part about racing, and what's one thing you're looking forward to in your racing career?
So my favorite part about racing, winning is one of them. But improving is definitely my favorite thing. And that's what I'm working for and what I'm working towards is gaining a top three. I finished top five for the past, I think it's 3 years at the end of the year. And it's a little bit discouraging to not see yourself move up in points. But that's probably the next thing I'm going for is a top three.
All right. Cam K, who do you like beating more on track? Tim Norris or Mike Norris?
I like beating both of them, but it's more rewarding to beat my brother because I've beat my dad head to head twice now, I think. But my brother, I haven't actually beat him where I'm racing him the whole race. So definitely my brother.
Tenley Pepin goes, if you had to pick a theme song that plays every time you pass someone, what would it be?
This is one of the ones I looked at because I had to think about it for a bit. But it would probably Bye 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 by NSYNC.
Okay, now I know what I need to do
Yeah.
on August 23rd.
Yeah.
I
In
can
that
see the
video.
collage now.
In the video, I'm just every time we see her pass someone, I'll just have bye bye bye. I love it. That's awesome.
You know what the
Uh,
best part is? John knows that entire dance off by heart.
no,
Does
not that one, not that one. Soldier Boy, yes. N- I could do a little bit of bye bye bye, but it's a whole other era for me. Um, Another one from Tenley Pepin. If you could only say one word on the radio all race long, what word would you pick? I'm gonna assume would be a cuss word.
Probably. Yeah. I do that quite often, especially depending, but um another word that I say a lot is like oh, I don't know why. Like I'll just like come up to somebody and like my Carlton I'm like, "Oh." like, oh, didn't mean to do that. Oh, sorry. So probably that or just left turn. Just left.
That's like the most Canadian thing to say. Oop.
Yep, sorry.
Every time we go through a grocery store, we're, oop, sorry about that.
Yep, my bad. Yeah.
If you could design a bumper sticker just for yourself, what would it say?
It'd probably it'd probably be like a mixture of like a slow moving vehicle sign and then like a be gentle because I always seem to get hit with the bump truck a lot. Whenever I have issues with my car, I always have to redeckle my back bumper. So probably something to do with those two.
And then Tenley Pebin finishes off here. Love you loads, Em. Proud of you, bestie.
Love you, Tenley. You're my favorite person. She's amazing.
Jay Pepin, what's your least favorite track and why? And what's your favorite and why?
So my least favorite track to race is Varney. Just because I struggle there a lot. I'm very open about this. I have a very hard time driving my car there. I wreck there all the time. My car always just ha seems to have weird malfunctions when I'm there. Obviously, I was able to pull off a win there this year, which was huge, but that's not to go against the fact that I almost hit the wall like 4 or 5 times that night. So,
You know what? That
sorry?
makes sense. That makes sense though.
Yeah.
Varney's such a tough track to handle.
Yeah, it's so it just we have such fast cars and we're so fast there and it's just smaller track that it's hard to make decisions within that small amount of time. But my favorite track, honestly, probably has to be Sobble. It's the right amount of challenging and the right amount of fun. I really love turn 1 and 2 there. I know it's everyone's like least favorite, but I love it. It's so much fun. Um, I feel I raced really well there too, so that's definitely my favorite.
That's awesome. I'd say anytime any series goes to the Sauble, it's one of the best races they put on.
100%.
Bonus question from Jay. If you could have any new drivers join the series from any other series, who would it be?
I want to race with Maddox Pepin. I've watched him race now ever since he started, and he's very respectful. He's a great kid too. Honestly, he's such a sweet guy. I would love to race against him. I've watched him wheel that CVM, and he's getting so much better. I'd love to watch him come back or come over to it. I want Jay to come back as well. I raced against him. I don't know if that would have been the year I started or the year after, but I raced against him for a couple races.
Year after, because
I
that was
think.
22.
Yeah, so it would have been the year after I started, but I would love for him to come back. He was always really nice to race against. And I mean, they're great people. Um, Anybody else, honestly, who's going to come and who really aligns with the series morals, who's going to be respectful, who's not going to come out and tear anything up, but definitely the Pepins would love to see them come back, come over as a family, have another family to race
The
against.
whole family. That may be a good thing or a bad thing. I'm not quite sure.
Yeah, I don't know, but it'd be fun to watch.
It would be.
Yeah.
The
Uh,
cars will look good.
The cars would
yeah,
look so good. They look really
right.
good.
Kelly Pepin, what is a pro and con to driving alongside your dad and brother?
So some of the pros would be they have a lot of knowledge, so I can gain a lot from them. I can learn from them. They're always going to have my back no matter what, even if I'm in the wrong. They're always going to stand behind me, make sure that I'm okay. They're always going to make sure that I'm safe. The con would definitely be um, some of the fights and arguments that we get into. They can get pretty aggressive sometimes. Obviously, when we get into each other, when me and my brother got into each other, we didn't really talk to each other for a couple days. No, it's there's pros and cons to racing with them, but the pros weigh out the cons.
Always. Another one from Kelly. Who's your favorite race car driver, professionally or locally, not including your dad, brother, or Wade?
Ooh, see, that's an easy question because it's none of those three. Um, no, one of my favorite race car drivers is J.R. Fitzpatrick. I love to watch him race. He's an absolute mastermind behind the wheel. I've talked to him personally a couple times, and he's a great guy. Another one would be Dennis Thompson. I watched him race when I was a kid, and
Oh, I
he's
forgot
right
he ran
around.
in there.
Oh, he was incredible. I loved watching him. He was to the same scale as Jared Fitzpatrick and my dad. I kind of grouped those three together where they can just weave their way in and out of traffic no matter what, and they just aside from my dad, it would be probably J.R. Fitzpatrick and Dennis Thompson.
I would love to see J.R. Fitzpatrick get into one of these cars and see what he can do.
I would too. That would be a dream come true to race against him, honestly. I've always wanted to do that.
There should be just like a rental, not necessarily a rental ride, but a ride that you guys can just like pick and choose.
Yes.
Like, hey, invite them out, have them as a special guest at each
Yeah.
race.
That we
That'd
should
be
probably do
fun.
that. Yeah, that would be fun.
A local ringer seat. I like it.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah, that would be cool.
I think it'd be great and it would add some more entertainment value to it,
Yeah,
get some of these
100%.
other people into the series, possibly into the series and help grow it, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Look at that. We're coming up with ideas right here.
Perfect.
I bet you if you called JR with a good car, like a good solid quality car, he would do it.
He
Oh,
would,
probably.
oh yeah.
Yeah, I can
Uh,
imagine you would.
Kelly also asked, why did you choose the 28?
So I chose the 28 because it was the day that I was born. I went from being 43 my whole life for hockey and like any sports that I was. I just changed it to 28 the one season because I was like, I went to a new association, left everyone that I was playing with, and I'm like, I just want to start fresh. And it's been my number ever since. Just, yeah.
You know what? That's valid. That's a good reason though.
Mm,
And then Kelly also says here, congrats on your continued success, Dem.
thank you. Love you, Kelly.
And then Helen Norris, do you have a certain routine for race day? Foods you eat, lucky socks, things you do to prepare yourself mentally and physically.
Yes, I have a bunch of weird superstitions that I do. I don't have any lucky socks anymore. I caught those on fire at work. So I had to, I now
I
I
guess they
just,
weren't that lucky.
they weren't that lucky. But for all of our travel races, when we go up to Sobel or Varney, I always get a big bag of Smart Food, just like the regular chocolate M&Ms, and then a Mountain Dew Voltage. That's sometimes I might throw in like some bacon jerky in there, really random, but that's pretty much just what I eat on race day. But I also have a stuffed animal in my car that my dad gave back to me. It was his lucky charm that I gave him when I was a kid, and when I started racing, he gave it back. So I always reach over and give it a fist pump. And then I have a Papa Smurf sticker on my dash from when my papa passed away, and I always give that one a little fist bump too. So
That's awesome.
yeah.
This topic of jerky. If you're ever looking to try something different, or if you tried rogue meat jerky before,
No, I haven't.
you need to try some.
Is it good?
Oh, this one. So Feeney's gonna be upset because this was the only bag my jerky buddy had. Nathaniel Greenway from the Ontario Sportsman Series. He only had one bag left on Friday, and it was the new flavor he's been asking me to try. And when I tell you this, I should have brought it last night. If I only knew you like jerky, I would have brought this with me last night. This is delicious.
I might have to try that.
I if me and my wife don't manage to finish it all before the 23rd, I will bring it with me
Yeah,
and you can
beautiful.
give it a shot.
You'll have more by then.
Well, I will be seeing him all. I got to talk to him because he's got to talk to his jerky guys to see if he gets more. Because if he does, I need to get some more of this because this was delicious. It's called Belogi. It's
Oh,
sweet, salty, and savory.
Oh, that's
And
the kind they didn't have at Motorama.
yeah,
that
yeah.
sounds good.
Oh yeah, it is delicious. I had a few pieces on Friday night, and it was primo. It was
I was
oh,
messaging him about ordering a whole case of the what I think it's like the garlic maple or something like that.
oh
Ooh.
yeah.
And yes, I said case. There's 60 of those bags in a case, just so you
They
know.
they need to get those guys out this way. They're the furthest the east they come right now because they're more locally to like Windsor, London area.
Mhm.
I mean, if you ever go to Delaware, they have them up in the grandstands. They sell them up in the
Oh, they do?
grandstand. Yes,
Okay.
In the pit shack too.
in the pit shack too.
Yeah, that's where I got
Oh,
mine a couple weeks
there you
ago.
go.
Perfect. Next time I'm there, I'll have to
I
get
didn't see
some.
anything in in the pit there, but he was telling me they have it up in the grandstand. So, but yeah, go get yourself some of this. It's good. Any of the flavors, they're delicious.
Sounds good.
And I don't eat jerky, and the fact that I love this stuff should speak volumes. Um, but yeah, honest, and I know that we'll finish off here. That's gonna wrap up our tailored to you media design and fan question period. Of course, we gotta thank everyone for submitting questions. We had a lot of good ones. Emma, you were able to answer a lot of them, which was really good. You answered them really well. That's awesome. And make sure you guys tune in every Sunday or whenever we decide to do the show now, it feels like, um, to see who will be their next guest on the next show. But of course, we got to thank Emma for taking the time to answer those fan questions for us.
Of course.
Now getting back into it though. So I want to know this now. The Lucky Socks.
Yes.
What's you caught them on fire at work. What was the story about why they were lucky?
They were the socks that I wore when I first drove the car, and we went out on the track, and I was having such a hard time finding my line that we went out there with orange spray paint and spray painted dots for where I was supposed to hit my marks and where I was supposed to be. And my brother, joking around, he sprayed the side of them orange. So they had a bright orange dot on the side of the socks. And I don't, that from just then on, I was like, I'm wearing these every single time I'm in the race car. And I did until they disintegrated with flame.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Obviously it wasn't too bad that it like actually like burned your leg or anything, right?
No, it was just a little bit, but it was enough that there were two pretty good sized holes in the sock that I was just like, well, they're done now. So
So now you have to find new lucky socks. Is
I
that it?
do, yeah. I've just been kind of floating around, just wearing whatever pairs up next.
Well,
Oh
I feel like
boy.
the ones he wore for the winch just be like moved in for the Lucky Socks now, shouldn't they?
I feel like they should be, but I don't remember what ones they were. I have like multiple pairs of socks that are like pretty much the same color, so I don't know what ones I was wearing.
You'll just have to spray paint them next time. As soon as you win, grab the
Yeah,
paint, spray them.
yeah. Spray it with the tire paint.
There you go.
It's good,
Um,
yeah, actually.
so we kind of covered a little bit earlier, but like with the only 4 races left, whereabouts are you sitting in points right now with the series?
I'm, I honestly I haven't looked, but from what I'm being told, I'm in third.
There you go.
Yeah, so I'm up there. I think my brother's in first right now. My dad's in second, but I'm pretty sure I'm in third. I don't know who's behind me. I imagine it's going to be Travis who's behind me, but I'm honestly not too sure. But
Well, according to this, after 4 nights, according to the website, I
mhm,
just pulled up the website. 4 nights, it's Mike, Tim, then you,
mhm.
then it goes Jay, then Travis.
Oh, okay.
So that's what it says after, but that's after 4 nights of racing, not five.
Yeah, we're the series is still finalizing the results from last Saturday.
Yeah. And then obviously your next race is July 26th at Sauble Speedway. Um, it's always good. I always joked with Jay, when he's wanted to do the race day vlog with Tenley, and he's just like, and I saw that Saul was on the schedule, and I actually get personally upset that he's not inviting me to go to Sauble with him.
You should be going up to Stable with them because
I
like she's
should be.
doing really well there.
Like the fact that she got two top fives last week or last time out up there, that's that's what you want.
Exactly. Like that's a day to promote and she loves that track. She never stops talking about it. She's so excited to go back there. I think that's really where you would see Tenley in her element is up there.
Oh yeah. I mean, it's also nice when you go up there, if you actually go up, you can either one make a weekend out of it,
Yeah.
or two, you make an actual whole day out of it because the gates don't open till 3.
Yeah.
So like if you and someone else bring up a truck, bring up a spare vehicle, drop the truck or trailer off of the track, then head on down to the beach for a little bit, and enjoy the town.
Yeah. That's what we usually do. And we don't even bring up a separate vehicle. We just drop the trailers and we're
Oh,
just like, see you guys later. See you when the
yeah.
race starts.
Well, why not, right? Like
Yeah.
it's such a beautiful area. There's lots of things,
Mhm.
there's lots to do there.
So much. So
So
much.
like you can go hit the beach, go into the water for a little bit, check out the shops. There's a great bakery in town. that
Mhm.
I'm upset that I didn't get to leave early enough to be able to go hit before I went to Sobel. And that's so on my only visit up there this year, so that's unfortunate.
You
But
Yeah.
could go on the
honestly,
26th.
huh?
You could go on the 26th.
I'm still waiting to see if you're gonna change your mind there, bud.
My motor's still in pieces, but
Is it?
and I still don't have permission to what I'm allowed to do. So I have
What
freed you from your duties, and even if I get the car back together, I am working that day.
what are you working on that day?
My new Saturday job that I work every other weekend.
All right. I guess that's news to me about your that job, but
No, I've told you about it. You probably just no.
probably you got way too much on the go.
And by
Uh
the way, the where I was actually trying to chime in, are you talking about the bakery across from the Solid Falls Center Trailer Park?
no,
Oh, that one's pretty good.
no, there's one down the street from there. It's more like to the town center. I forget what it's called. Now I gotta go because I'm it's who I am. I gotta go freaking take a look at it.
Yeah, the CGC boys introduced me to that bakery right across the road from the campgrounds. Oh, I'd be a lot fatter if I stayed there all the time.
I'm gonna be honest, not a huge fan of that one.
I'll tell you
I
what. Well, next time we're out there at the same time, whether it's a year from now or whatever, you go to your bakery and we'll both grab like brownies and a one like pastry, and we'll trade them and see who's like better.
Hey, you know what's good about the one I go to? It's got pizza.
I don't like pizza.
Well, sucks to be you, but that's the top stuff right there. Oh yeah, it's right down here.
He's
It's just
GPS driving right now.
oh, I'm on Google Maps right now looking for it because I'm not. It's called Luscious Bakery, Deli, and Cafe.
That sounds
It
good.
do you know where the treetop trekking is?
No. Oh, yes.
Right on the beach.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's behind that, not like near the water. It's on
Yeah.
the other side. It's on Second Avenue North. If
Okay.
there's a parking lot across the street from it, and it's right across the street from that parking lot, but like on a kitty corner kind of thing is where the treetop trekking activity is. Try saying that 5 times fast. I couldn't do that. Um, but yeah, if you when you guys go up, I'd hit that spot.
Yeah.
Great bakery, lots of good look. Got wow, lots of goods to enjoy. I'm starting to drool over it. Okay, I want to go out. I miss it. Like Jacqueline and I hit that last summer, and I got pizza at 10 a.m. and I was the happiest camper I could ever you'd ever see.
I've always said there should be breakfast pizza options.
Buddy, don't even get me started.
That'd be
We're gonna
good.
save that for the opening. Like that's yeah.
Like basically, it should be like a breakfast pizza with like egg and bacon and sausage on it.
No,
But like as a
no,
breakfast.
no.
Why?
No. That's disturbing. You're gonna ruin it for me. I just want a pepperoni pizza for breakfast. That's all I want.
I'm
I
trying to make it sound like less fat guy crap,
I
all right?
I hate I hate breakfast foods as is. All right. I just want just something like I enjoy, which is like pizza, hamburgers. Like I will muck a hamburger at 10 a.m. and like 8 a.m., 7 a.m. if I could. That's just who I am. So screw breakfast food. That I hate that. I'll die on that hill too.
That's where I'm the opposite, is I'm like all breakfast food. I'll eat breakfast for dinner.
No, every now and then it's fine, but no. But it's gotta be just pancakes and bacon, and that's it.
All right, Emma, what side are you on here?
I mean, my favorite food is bacon, so I like breakfast, but like pizza's always the way to go for me. Always. Pizza and pasta.
So she's a lunch person.
Yes, I am.
Well, pizza's lunch, pasta's dinner, in my opinion.
That's fair. Yeah. Those do kind of go, yeah.
Yeah, because I
Yeah.
always say you go on a carb up before a sporting event, so pasta's a good carb to have before
Yeah.
going to play. So like
Yeah.
that was usually my go-to when I played soccer was we'd have pasta before we'd have spaghetti and meat sauce before we go play soccer.
Yeah, that's like my go-to for hockey.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think that's a lot of people's because it's easy to make. It's not complicated.
Yeah, it's so easy. You can eat so much of it too.
Exactly, that's what you wanted. You don't want to eat a lot of it, but you want to be able
Yeah.
to load up a little bit.
Yeah.
Well, Emma, it's been an absolute blast having you on. Thank you for joining us. I know it was last minute. I do appreciate you joining us. Good luck the rest of this year. Who knows? Maybe I will make a stop up on July 26th. I don't know yet. That's 2 weeks out. We'll see what happens. But where can they find you on social media to stay up to date with your racing adventures with the Ontario Pro Challenge? Where can they catch you on social media?
Yeah, we can for the series you can find them on like Ontario Pro Challenge Racing on Facebook and Instagram. Same thing with on Google as well. For me, you can find me on Instagram. It's Emma.Norris28, and then Emma Norris on Facebook. Um, yeah.
All right. Well, Emma, like I said, good luck the rest of the season. Congratulations on your 2 wins already. And hopefully we'll see you soon.
Yes, thank you so much.
Have a good night.
Hopefully see you soon. Bye.
All right, we're back from our conversation with Emma Norris. It was great having a conversation with her. She is one of those drivers I feel like we are going to be watching. I'd like to say take over the series, knock her dad and brother off, but of course you never know what's going to happen. Um, but it was great having her on. She's a great ambassador for the sport, very knowledgeable, which is great. Definitely surprised me finding out that she's going to be a millwright. Just one of those things like the person doesn't match the job description, but
Right?
at the same time, like I could see it as well.
See, I was more thinking that if this championship comes down between the three of them, and it's whoever wins the race wins the championship, who's willing to do what to eat? Like, who's getting wrecked for a championship and who's racing each other clean?
Man, we should have. Damn it.
I just thought about this now, but I'm like, man, if I was racing my brother for a championship, I know he'd wreck me.
Yeah.
So I'd just do it first.
I'd wreck anybody to. No, I'm not saying like wreck them, but like they're gonna get moved.
Oh, there's definitely contact.
Oh,
Unless it's like,
100%.
okay, let me rephrase that. So if it's a 20 lap feature, lap 10 on will be contact. If it's the first 10 laps, I'll try to do it the right way.
Yeah, nice and smooth the first few. Get your feet wet, but stay close. See, I wouldn't do it after the first 10 laps. I would if I'm still there with 2 laps to go or a lap to go, then I'm doing it 100%.
See, this is where I think my experience is a little bit different because if you do it a little too aggressively and it causes a yellow, it gives you time to get through the pack to get the points back.
Yeah.
So if you do it the last couple laps and you guys say finish 20th, that gives the third place car a chance.
Yeah, I guess you're right on that thinking. But like what I'm thinking is as long as I can get like a bump and run, but bump them enough where they can't get back to me in a short amount of time,
They can always get back to you.
I will gladly take the bump after the checkered flag than prior to.
They can
That's
always
the
get
only
back
thing.
to you. If you do it where you are not wrecking them or like almost wrecking them, they can get back to you in the next corner if they want to be
And
aggressive
that's
about it.
why I'm saying the last lap.
See, this is also what I'm saying. If you do it with 10 to go, they're less heated and they'll try to repass you back with like a nice bumper run instead of stealing it with like you do it in 1 and 2 because it's a better chance. Where 3 and 4, you just don't make then 3 and 4.
I
See, it's very situational about who you're racing with.
You're not wrong that it's situational, like it always is. I don't know. Let us know who would you wreck, or how would you wreck someone, and when would be the best time to if the
No,
championship was on the line?
not wreck them, move them.
Okay, move them.
We do not condone wrecking somebody for a
We will
championship.
put that as a poll up on Instagram later on today. We want to know, on Monday here. We want to know what. I'll put up a poll saying when is the best time to move someone to get yourself into a better position. 10 laps to go, 2 laps to go. Those are the options.
Lap 1.
I'm
This
not allowing
is
anyone else.
iRacing.
Oh, if we're talking iRacing, yeah, you got to do a lap 1. You can't.
You're on the pace laps shoving people in iRacing.
Wait, you do that?
You don't?
Buddy, I last time I raced actually won. I will say this. I finally broke through in an official iRacing race and picked up my first official win racing against other people a couple weeks ago, and it was actually funny. It was in front of my family and friends. Some of them,
So like
mostly
were you just
family.
playing like down in like the main kitchen there and like everyone's like crowded around the computer or like
No, well, we brought the computer downstairs and I set up the rig and we were doing a family game night, but what we were doing is that they I have a partial collapsible sim rig now. Um, so we brought it downstairs and everyone could get a chance to I have also have American Truck Simulator. I got iRacing. So what we did is we kind of let everyone have a turn at the different games. So we played trucking for a little bit, and then once kind of like, we realized none of us were really good at trucking. We brought up iRacing, and it was quite funny trying to see some of us, not me per se, but others try to get the controls right, especially for because everything's manual. I have it all set up for manual, and it was funny just seeing the trying to get going and how many times we wrecked. But we were when someone else who was here, we were we were talking and we are like, oh, like yeah, you can race against people, da 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 da. And I showed them a whole like what a race would be, right? So I got into an official. I did a mini stock race at I think it was Langley. I think it was. Um, maybe not Langley. I can't remember which one it was now. Um, but I was like, oh yeah, like check this out. Like all these people now, they're real people. We're not just doing testing anymore. Like this is actual real people from around the world. And I'm over here just burning laps in practice. I'm like, all right, see this? Like now we get to go to the actual lobby. We go into the actual lobby. I practice. I qualify. I think third, fifth, one of the two. I go out there and I'm just logging laps. It's like a 40 lap race. I'm just logging laps. The next thing I know, I'm starting to catch the leader. I get up to, like, I moved up to second, a couple people wrecked. You know how it is in iRacing on those official races. Like, you got to race clean and hopefully no one's just around you. You're just logging laps kind of thing. Because if someone's near you, you're likely going to get wrecked. And that's exactly what didn't happen, thankfully. Um, I was just logging laps, but I was catching first. Then thankfully, a lap car kind of impeded him a little bit. So I was able to get a nice run and I held on the last like 10 laps. I'm realizing I'm like, oh shit, I'm in first. And here I am just driving away. And I'm like, am I seriously gonna win my first official race in front of my family? And sure enough, like 10 laps later, I'm like, checker flag falls. They're like, checker flag. I'm like, holy crap. They're like, what? I'm like, I just won. I'm like, and you guys just witnessed something. Like, that was my first official iRacing win.
did you print the certificate off yet?
There's a certificate?
Yeah, so if you go on like the iRacing thing, there's a thing with certificates. So every like accomplishment you get, it will give you a printable certificate. So like
No.
I have one from getting third in the Rolex 24 hours. That like our teammate made like wood plaques of and then shipped them all out.
No. Now I gotta go take a look at this because
Yeah, you get like awards and stuff in iRacing too. Like
great. Now I forgot what my password is.
what I need to do is figure out how to renew my trading paints because I didn't realize it was through PayPal when I shut my PayPal down.
Oh,
Because I'm like, where did all my paints go?
yeah. See, that's a man. Now I forget what it is.
If
Now,
you watch closely, you can see him mouth the words. You just got to figure it out, and then you could be in Jomo's iRacing too.
nope. I'm not mouthing anything.
Freaking! If we get this internet issue fixed here, freaking next season, I gotta try to get you into the freaking leagues I'm in, man.
With a little bit of time that I have, I should be able to. And where was it? Is it the results and stats?
I believe it's awards and something like that. Obviously, with my internet connection
Maybe.
I'm having right now,
Oh, there it
it's
is. Oh, certificates. There it is. First. Oh, what? No way.
easy there, Sean.
Buddy, that is I didn't know that.
You're welcome.
Oh, I'm so gonna get that printed.
We know what we should do? Speaking of
Just
ideas, if we have Jomo drivers that have never won ever, we should do like a Jomo Media first race win.
yeah.
But
It man, I didn't freaking know that. That is cool.
like I said, you'll get like your first championship if you win like a season-long championship. Like I said, I got third for the Rolex, and it gave me the third place Rolex 24-hour podium.
Yeah.
We got, I think, second at the 12 hours of Watkins Glen. Me and my buddy won the 12 hours of Sebring.
Yeah.
The irony is, he just needs somebody to run the car long enough that it lets him say it's okay at those 12-hour events. So he
Yeah.
goes, just go in there till you go green, and then we're good. So I'm like 3 seconds off his pace, but
Yeah.
usually by the time I get in the car, it's like he's got 6 laps on the field.
Yeah. So in that race, I started second actually, and I finished first on that race.
What
I'm
number was
looking
your
here.
car?
32.
Is like Ashley number 32 in official?
I don't know actually what it is in official. Where do you see that?
Should say car number.
Oh, it says number 7 there.
So then you're number 7. So you were ranked 7th in that race. So when you run official races, your door number is where you rank in that session.
Well, the door number I still have is the from
No,
my
but
custom
you,
paint I have, right? But the actual number that they put up there.
yeah.
Gotcha. See, I'm still trying to learn this stuff.
So if someone's like talking to you on iRacing and they're like, "Oh, car number 7, freaking, you're all over the place or you're blinking," and it's your car 7, they're talking to you.
Yeah.
Sometimes people have high car numbers on so they can see the custom paints, and it's not so bad. But
It's not like I didn't run terrible by any means.
no,
Pretty happy with that. Like that's pretty. I didn't know that at all. I didn't. Man, learning some of these things now.
all right. And if you're
Yeah.
watching this and you have a bunch of certificates on iRacing, send every single one of them to John Morrison just to make him feel like a little bit smaller.
Hey man, I'm just trying to feel good about myself. Okay.
Hey, you got your first win. Not
I got
hey,
my
there are
first
people,
win. That's
there are people that
huge.
haven't even won on iRacing yet.
Like I'm getting like I'm still I'm happy with just getting my feet wet, just trying out things every now and then. Then I look over here and I realize I have 39 starts on the ovals this year.
What's your I rating? Let's throw you under the bus right now. What
Uh,
license are you and what I rating are you?
for oval, I'm D, and my I rating number, my I rating, is that what you want?
Yeah.
Is 529.
Ooh.
Is that so? Okay, so what's a good number?
You start at 1500.
So that's
Like,
bad.
yeah. That's like almost the worst I've ever seen in my life.
So my
You are
low,
guaranteed bottom split.
so my lowest was 448 on June 1st.
Yeah, so you like I'm probably I want to say 1800 to 1900.
Oh wow. Okay.
Most of my friends that
So
are good racers and run clean on iRacing are 4 to 5,000.
oh geez. Okay. So I gotta figure this stuff out then. I gotta get some better runs in. Like that's it.
Yeah, if you just have clean runs and
Yeah.
like you get your license up where you can run different classes, you'll actually do better because like those rookie classes are always the crap ones.
Yeah.
Where if you
You gotta
move
kind of
up,
suffer through those ones.
yeah, you got to prove that you can suck with the rest of them, and then again, once you get to the better classes, they're still wrecks and they're still idiots, but like they're not as bad
Yeah.
normally.
And I'm looking through a lot of these things and it's like, oh, that's kind of cool. Like the
Here's
different
another thing you can do. So you ever seen that there's a thing called time trials on there?
yeah.
So you can do the time trials, and if you just don't wreck the car when you put your time trial and you set all your times in, it'll give you safety rating and I rating.
No way.
and it will count towards your license progression if it's an eligible move up.
Good to know. I'm gonna keep that in mind.
So say you got like 30 minutes where you can just screw around. So instead of doing a practice session or whatever, you do a time trial and actually try to work at advancing your license.
Oh, now I'm gonna get this.
Welcome to
Perfect.
Jomo Does iRacing.
Man, I'm still learning. No one's taught me anything. I've just been kind of just
You've
doing
never asked
I don't ask.
because you're a stubborn bastard like the rest of
Yes,
us.
I am.
You know what we should do? One of our guests, once my internet's fixed, we should do a episode where we're all at our computers doing the Zoom meeting, but iRacing at the same
But
time.
iRacing at the same time, that'd be funny.
All in the same race.
Oh boy, that'd be good.
Like, yeah, it'll suck because like you have the steering wheel kind of in front. It's not so bad for you because you like work with camera angles and all that crap. You'll just move the camera up and move your 17 lights and
No. I pretty much I just have to slide the only thing is I'll have to lower myself so I can get a better angle on the pedals. Because right now, like even like how I'm sitting right now, my feet barely actually touch the ground with how high the seat actually sits.
just wear like bigger shoes.
But like I'll sit lower, I'll tilt everything down a little bit more, and that'll give me the angle I need.
How many times you raced in race shoes so far?
I've never raced with shoes on.
You have your race shoes.
Yeah, they're in the van.
If you have halfway decent pedals, like for your iRacing,
They're just the Logitech stuff.
oh yeah. See, with my Fanatecs, I like the race shoes. I just half time I forget to wear them
Yeah,
because like it's just the pedals have a lot more like pressure on them, so it does give you a little more padding on the bottom of your foot.
yeah,
So like if you're doing like I said the Rolex 24 hour whatever, like I'll actually like tear open my feet if I'm racing too much
really, eh?
because I set my
It,
brakes like super hard.
if I was gonna do something like that, like then possibly I would change it. But like I'm just going on right here and just screwing around and just um like I do want to get like because the off season's gonna look a little bit different for me this year. Like I do want to get into a league and just have some fun, like maybe one, maybe two nights a week. Um, just to race with some guys. Like I think I raced with Greg Callan the other week, like a couple months ago actually. Um, not unless there's many Greg Callans, I don't know. But um, it's just one of those things like I got iRacing. I'm happy with it. It does suck that like typically I don't have the time to be able to go mess around with it,
Yeah.
especially once the season starts.
Yeah, and that's the thing is like even for me, like I have leagues once or twice a week, but during the summer it's just I get on when I can get on.
Yeah.
Like I run with the Red Light Racing guys. They broadcast the league on YouTube through Turn 3 on Mondays and who produces it? Virtual Grip Network, I think it is, for Thursday nights with the SK Mods.
Yeah.
And like it's a great group of guys. It's basically we're all friends. We all get together to run clean and respectful. Yeah, sometimes wrecks happen, and sometimes people get angry, but we all let it go, and it's a good night out.
Oh
Well,
yeah.
good night. Yeah, but it's way better than doing the officials. But you got to
Yeah.
have a B license or higher.
Yeah. Like
I might have to come over and bump your I rating for you.
yeah. I'll figure this out once the season's over and I can kind of quote unquote relax just a little bit and actually get on here once, twice a week. It'll be different.
Hey, then we can even have like maybe a couple of Jomo Media races.
That's what I was thinking was just having like even do like a small Triple Crown event kind of deal, just 3 races over the course of the winter. Um, but make them like completely different. I don't know, I don't know. We'll see. I don't want it to be a junk filled race. I want it to be actual good, clean racing amongst everyone. I don't want any BS, anything like that. So, um, maybe we'll just do like a Triple Crown race. We'll
Ooh.
get some sponsors, put up some money for it as well.
Get Cam K to freaking broadcast it.
Yeah.
He'd be a good announcer.
Oh yeah. We'll figure it out. Maybe
This way
that's
you can actually race instead of announce.
we'll figure it out. We'll see what we can get done. But it'd just be something just fun just to kind of mess around with, just to as long like I said, as long as we have a good group of racers, that's all I'd want.
Yeah. And do like a once a month thing other than December, because December is just a gong show for
Well,
everybody.
yeah, like it would just like I said, it would just be like a triple crown event, and we just have 3 races. Maybe I'll put up, or if we can get some sponsors, we'll put up some prize money for the top 3. Like $100 to win, $50 for second. Yeah, $50 for second, 25 for third or something like that. I don't know, but we'll figure it out, or pay the top 5 or something like that. If we could figure out the cause, like like I said, get some sponsors, maybe pay the top 5 out each week, and
Hey, you could even do like you get a point per position like NASCAR,
yeah,
but you also lose a point per incident point.
yeah.
Because then if you are getting yeah, it's going to suck when you get rear-ended 6 times with the same guy. But at the same time, if you let him go the second time, then you're not going to get those instant points, but he's just going to keep doing it.
Oh yeah, that's
Like people
exactly
could,
it, right?
so ideas.
Oh yeah, we'll figure this all out over the next couple months. Um. Anyways, what do you say we get the heck out of here tonight? I think people are
Yeah,
tired of listening to us.
yeah. Or they're into the iRacing like half deep right now because they're trying to figure out where the certificates are.
That too. I'm gonna print mine, and I'm gonna get it saved, and I'm gonna put it up. I was like, finally didn't know this was a real thing, but found thanks to Brandon Feed, I found this. I actually won an iRacing race. I could say I'm a winner.
I think if you play iRacing, you should send your certificates or what your best certificate is to us, and
Yeah,
maybe we'll do like a Facebook post of all of them that roll in.
yeah, that'll be cool. All right, man. Let's get out of here. Thank you to everyone listening to the True North Racing podcast. We do appreciate it. Thank you to Pets Pro Painting for bringing us our opening segment. Thank you again to DJ Gear and DJ Graphics for bringing us our guest segment, and as well as Tailored to You Media Designs for bringing us the fan question period. And of course, got to thank Driving with Hailey for being the presenting sponsor of the show. We appreciate it so much. Make sure you guys tune in. Possibly next week. We'll like I said, stay tuned to Joe Media Promotions. You guys will find out next time we're on air. But for Brandon Feeney, I'm John Morrison. We'll see you guys next time right here on the True North Racing Podcast. See you guys.
Night.
Thanks for tuning in to the True North Racing Podcast. Be sure to follow us on social media for more racing content and updates. You can find Jomo Media and Promotions on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and at jomomedia.ca. Until next time, keep your engines running and your belts tight.